So here we go, viewers and subscribers. We're spraying these cabbages. We're spraying the outer part of the cabbages so that insect doesn't get inside. Now the worms don't really eat the cabbage at this stage, really. They like it when it is much younger. But then you cannot take any check because they are worms. Alright, and if you are spraying all of this right here, the bats will move, and they will move to the ones that are not being sprayed or not. I don't have enough sprayed, because remember the sprays wear off within 3 to 4 days. So still don't want anything to bite through. And just to let you know, peeps, this is the easiest stage of the cabbage to spray. You have some stage where you have to open the cabbage wide open to ensure that the spray gets inside. Alright, so I want you to stay tuned with me and watch me spray maybe 2 or 3 beds of this beautiful cabbage. Alright, peeps, bless. Greetings, viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to another vlog from Fruitsfidiyutes. I am Farmer Andrew, and we are here today in the cabbage field, and we're going to spray some very mature cabbages. Very mature cabbage, see? Now these cabbage will be ready in like 5 days time to be cut right now. But what we are doing now, we are spraying for insects. Right? We are spraying for insects. You don't want your cabbages to be beaten up, even though a few wormholes will be in them. A lot of people like to see the cabbages with the wormholes. So a few wormholes will be in the cabbages, but we are spraying for insects. Alright? And see, the cabbage is at the last stage. I'm going to apply some spray inside the cabbage. Now, if you should take notice of this cabbage here, which I already sprayed, I ensure that I opened the cabbage and spray inside and in and around the cabbage, these areas and stuff. Alright, and this is a very nice cabbage. Now, if you should strip down the leaves, you'll see where the cabbage is very healthy looking. So I'm gonna spray this entire bed, this bed, and maybe the top one. I have 1 bottle of spray, and the cabbages take a lot of spray. Cabbages are one of the hardest things to spray, peeps. You have to get it right all the time. And in a previous video I've showed you where I have sprayed some cabbage, which, you know, they were at this stage over here. This stage I sprayed them. Alright, and when I was spraying them, when they started to fall like this, I went in, use the nozzle and open it and spray inside there. If you do not do that, peeps, you're going to realize that your cabbages are going to come out ugly and mucky and murky. You don't want that, alright? So stick around, peeps, and watch me as I spray through these 2 cabbage beds, alright? Good. Now, peeps, look at this cabbage. It weighs at least 3 pounds. Very nice looking cabbage. See? Basically, spraying these cabbages just for insects. Alright. Doesn't make any sense I spray that one. So, peeps, you see the drift, right? Just spraying this cabbage for prevent insects from biting up before we harvest it. And you can see where one was harvested already. These cabbages are pretty much ready to be harvested, peeps. Alright peeps, so remember, I have to stay focused, so as I go along. So yes peeps, just to tell you the chemicals that I'm using in this large cabbage patch. I have a little harpole mixed with Caratrax and Indicarb. I have that in this mixture right here. You know, we're just trying to kill all insects. They're all insecticide. The cabbages don't have any fungus, so I'm not spraying for fungus. I'm just spraying to get rid of the insects and the pests that are attracting to this cabbage right here. Remember, this cabbage is going to be cut in 5 days time. The spray wears out in 3 days, because it is recommended that you spray every 3 to 4 days because the spray wear off. So we're on the right track peeps. You know, we're just caring for these cabbages before they hit the market, you know, so they can be fresh for the consumers. Alright, so you can see where our enemies are inside this bed up here. If you look carefully, you will see what I'm talking about when I say my enemies. Just look and see what's going to happen when I touch this. Those are my enemies, peeps. You see them? Those little moths right there flying around. They move so fast, people. This minute you see them, another minute you don't know where they're gone. They just camouflage within the cabbage, as white as they look. So peeps, I'm trying to spray and video at the same time, but it's kind of hard because I'm not left-handed, and I either have to hold the device or the nozzle with my left hand. So I'm holding the device with my left hand so I can show you properly how to spray these cabbages. Alright. So what I did, peeps, I go between 2 rows and I spray left and I spray right. Alright, and that's so you have to move very quickly with the spray, because what I did, I have my spray on automatic and I'm just moving quickly. Alright, and people, sometimes you are spraying these cabbages and they are just starting to fold. Nothing is wrong if you use the nozzle to open the holes, open back where it's folded like this one, open it and spray inside. Alright, because you don't want any worms to be sitting inside there. Because peeps, it is recommended that we spray very often. So sometimes you don't get everything. Depends on how fast you have to move, you don't get everything. Alright, so it's always wise to open these ones that are just starting to fold to get the chemical inside the heart of the cabbage. Alright, let me pop this up again. Right, so let me try and move quickly again. Alright, so let me adjust my nozzle now, peeps. Give me a sec. So yes, peeps, I finished all of this bed over here, all the way up. Now I'm coming onto this bed now, going back all the way up. I'm trying to use 1 bottle of spray to spray both beds. Alright, here we go now, peeps. I want you to pay special attention to the moths that are, you know, flying out of the cabbage. They're still trying to lay eggs. Look at them. Nice big cabbages are in here, peeps. Alright, so you just make sure that every single one of the cabbages that you're spraying gets adequate spray, because that's what it needs at this time. Spray from insects. You know, these moths never give up. No matter how you spray them, they come back after every 3 or 4 days, because the chemicals that are being placed on the cabbages can't be too harmful, peeps. So if they were to put something deadly in the chemical for the moths, the cabbage wouldn't be healthy to consume. So even though we are using chemicals on the cabbages, it is not harmful to the human. Alright, so we're going on well, peeps. I'm up by the top, still running some spray in the cabbages. We're not joking, enough, peeps. Alright, so peeps, don't say I'm not spraying the things properly, because I'm trying to show you guys what's going on. So I'm doing my best. I don't have a camera person as yet. After we're doing this, I'm doing 2 jobs at a time. I can manage. So I'm at the top of the bed, coming all the way from down there, finally at the top. But I have a nursery right here, and I'm just going to run the chemicals straight too, because sometimes when the bats cannot get to feed on these, what they do, they turn to the nursery or anything that is in sight. Yes, peeps. We go again. We spray in the nursery. As you can see, that the bats are still attacking the nursery too, even though it's not going to affect them so much, but we can just run it over them still. Alright, don't want them here, none at all, people. They are my enemies in farming. People, these things will eat your plant through, because they have different stages. The bats that you're seeing are moths. They lay eggs. Eggs develop and turn into something looking like a caterpillar. Then it develops into a caterpillar. And then, you know, the caterpillar start eat, peeps. Or they call them the worms. And they will devour your crops. Or your crop if you do not monitor it, peeps. In real life. Yeah, man. So, Fruitsfidiyutes out here, showing young people or anyone who is interested in farming. You know, I am learning and I'm bringing you guys with me. Nothing is wrong with spreading the information. Some people don't share information. That is why the world is like, the world is how it is now. Because people don't like to share info. I share my information, peeps. Doesn't matter. I'm not selfish. So with all that said, peeps, thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time out to see how you spray cabbages at the last stage before consumption. So with all that said, walk good and be blessed. Out.